Okay, got the keys. Jeep or Challenger? Challenger or Jeep? Is this really even a question? Challenger. All right, a little something different for the cold start today. I'm standing inside my door. We're gonna do a cold start from inside the house. I know my neighbors gotta love me.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about some of the mistakes I made and where I can hopefully save you some money by learning from my mistakes. All right, welcome back, everyone. Here's back with another video. We're going to talk about the mistakes I made, and hopefully using this video, you can save yourself some money, because there was definitely no doubt I could have saved a lot of money on the mods that I've done. So the first thing is patience. I am hugely impatient, and that wind up, I think, costing me some money. So one of the things I was impatient on was my initial tuning. Um, they were, several hours from here, and they were doing dyno tuning. They were doing an excellent job in, getting it tuned, getting it done. I gave them a fairly short time frame that I needed to have the car done because it is my daily driver. I did have to take it back down there 2 separate times to have them try and work out some kinks. They were doing extremely well. They worked out some kinks. I get home, there'd be another kink, and they'd ask me to bring it back down. So eventually, it just got to the point where I couldn't take it back down there continually. So I think if I would have been a little more patient, gave them another, week or two on the front end, they could have just got the car tuned, and then we could have went on from there. And I could have saved money by not having to switch to another tuner. But in the long run, I'm actually glad I switched to Jay Greene because he's been awesome. He's been keeping up with my modifications. Every time I tweak something, every time I change something, he's more than willing to go ahead and tweak the tune to fit that. So one key thing, patience. The second thing is buying new versus buying off of, a forum, used eBay, or some other used parts site, even the junkyard. I went the new route for everything I've purchased. So everything from the headers to the catback exhaust to the cold air intakes, the throttle body, all of that I bought brand new. In which, again, if you were to do some search on the right forums, eBay, though eBay is a little dangerous, but some of the forums are really, really, really good. You get a rapport with some people in there, and then they got some really good stuff for really good prices on those forums. So I've seen Borla catback exhausts for $800 or $900, which is basically half of what they are new. Same things with the Kooks headers. I've seen them for $8, $7, $8, $900. Basically half of what I paid for them new. So you can save a lot of money if you just do some research, look at the different forums, on Facebook, on the interwebs, or you can always look at eBay. Though, like I said, sometimes eBay is a little dangerous. I just didn't happen to go that route, but hindsight, being 2020, I look back, I could have saved myself quite a bit of money by going to the forums and picking, or Facebook, and picking up stuff at least parts a lot cheaper. Which leads me into my next point: labor. Labor is extremely expensive depending on where you go. So if you go to a dealership or a performance shop, or something like that, labor is going to be expensive. Anywhere, you know, from $75 to $100 plus an hour to get your labor done. So again, you know, you've got the forums you can go to, you've got, you know, Facebook groups and pages that you can go to, find someone in your area, you know, that may be willing to do some of the work for a little bit cheaper. So things like my cam. I went to Steve White Motors to get my cam installed. They gave me a pretty good deal. I think it was right around $1,300 or $1,400 to get the cam installed. Which, you know, if I would have done my research earlier and got in, you know, got in on some Instagram, get on some of the forums, I could have got my labor a little bit cheaper. So again, look at the forums, look at Facebook, you know, trying to get in contact with someone local or fairly close to you, and you may be able to get labor a lot cheaper. So if it's one thing you take away from this video, the key is do your research, do some looks, you know, on the forums and the Facebook and eBay to look at getting, you know, your parts cheaper, getting your labor cheaper, and you can save yourself a whole bunch of money. Which again, hindsight for me is 2020. If I would have done it, I probably could have got this stuff for, you know, half of the cost that I actually put into my car. So that'll wrap it up for this video. If you're new, please, and you want some more Mopar content, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get notifications when I put up my next video. And that'll do it. Until next video. Truce.